Today I'm going to Uruguay. I'm going to Colonia del Sacramento, and I'm currently in Buenos Aires looking to get the ferry across. I've already paid for my ticket, a return day trip to Colonia del Sacramento, and there's no one at the check-in counter, so I'm just waiting to see if someone turns up. I've got the ticket on my phone, and I think I had to present it here, and then they print off the boarding pass. My ticket for the day trip was around £41, £42, $45 to $50. Okay, so I'm through immigration. Now the Argentine immigration was in a booth right next to the Uruguayan immigration. They've taken everything I own in my entire life, my fingerprints, my organs, everything about me they know, so they've got control of me now. But I'm going to go into Uruguay in around 1 hour. It's now around 13:20. The departure time was supposed to be 12:50. It's really busy here, as you can see. But we're about to embark now, and the whole process has been quite long really, and the staff haven't been available at all times, so I wouldn't say it's been the most comfortable check-in process, but I'll see what it's like on board. On board now, and I think I'm on the Atlantic Express. It seems to be quite high-end seating areas here. I'm not sure if they're for the everyday passenger like myself, but it looks like high quality. So this is at the top front of the boat, and we're going to be heading that way, exiting Buenos Aires towards Colonial del Sacramento, and it should take around an hour and 10 minutes to get there. A pretty boring food court here on board, quite small, quite a small seating area. There's a small shop on board as well, selling the kind of stuff you would expect to sell: perfumes, chocolates. And I think this seating area is for me, so I'm going to see if I can find a seat with a charger near it, and maybe near a window as well. Okay, so I found a chair. I might try and get some sleep, because I only got 4 hours sleep last night. And I did find a charging socket next to it. And I've got a view out the window as well, but the charger doesn't work. So I've got a I've got a universal charger. I've put the Australian setting in, as that's the only one that fits, with sort of 2 diagonal pins. Here there are 3 pins, but the 2 pins fit in, but doesn't seem to work. So yeah, bit of an issue, because my phone's sort of low on charge already, and I've got another 8 hours in Uruguay. I have picked up some free cutlery made of wood on the one hand, and I'm going to have some lunch. I'm not going to use any of this for my lunch, because I've got carrots, cucumber, rice cakes and banana, something like that, maybe a tomato as well. But yeah, I've got 4 straws as well, which you never know, could come in handy. And we have just set sail. And I have now arrived in Uruguay. Now exiting the terminal into Colonial del Sacramento. It's now 8:15 in the evening. I think the ferry's late again. It's due to sail at 20:30. I doubt it will. The lines here are quite incredible. Look at this line stretching all the way back to the end of the hall, bending around all the way around there, up to here, up to there. And look at the line for the cafe as well. It's like ants around here, lots of little ants. And I'm one of them, admittedly. It's very, very, very busy here. I don't know why people are standing up in a queue. They've been stood there for like an hour. I've checked the Maritime AIS website and I saw the ship sort of halfway along the sea around half an hour ago, so it's just coming in now with its position received 1 minute ago, so we're going to be leaving at least half an hour late. We're boarding now half an hour late, so we're going to be leaving at least 50 minutes late. There's loads of cars outside. Now I believe there is another ferry, so some of those cars may be for another ferry, but I presume half of them are for one and half are for the other. So maybe a bit of advice: if you want to avoid crowds, don't get one of the last two buses on either of the competitors in the day. It seems like lots of people are getting the last buses. Did I say buses? Boats, ferries. Oh, I give up. Alright. Quite nice to come out on the deck on the evening sailing. You can't see it in my camera, but the stars are really quite nice here. And I've arrived back in Buenos Aires at around 20 to midnight, which is around 2 hours later than I should have been. And it's buenas noches from me because I'm very tired.